All right, it is 5:30. We will call this May 5th Board of Works meeting in order. If you please rise and join me for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Treasurer Price, will you please call roll?
Yes. Mayor Hughes.
Here.
Maxwell.
Present.
Spencer here.
Present.
Good, thank you. The April 21st Board of Works meeting minutes have been presented for review. Is there a motion to accept, approve?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Additions, subtractions?
Have none.
None? All right, here none. All in favor of approving the April 21st meeting minutes signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye, motion carries. Next order of business is the claims totaling $260,849.92. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All right, discussion on the claims submitted for May 5th.
Have none.
I don't have anything.
Didn't have a whole lot on there this time.
Yeah.
All right. Here, no discussion. All in favor of approving the May 5th claims totaling $260,849.92 signify by stating aye.
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 And I'm an aye. Motion carries. All right, next item of business is going to be the acceptance of the CCMG bid. We've got Dave Buck here from Butler Fairman. Dave, you want to give us a brief overview of what came in and what your recommendation would be?
Sure. We had two projects that received bids, and I'll give the original back to Julie for filing with the clerk's office. The first project was for Market Street reconstruction, which was a rebid from last year's CCMG. We asked for more money and have budgeted more local funds to match that, and we actually got really good bids, better bids than last time. So something's whoops. I just don't know. That's correct. There's a bid recommendation in your packet. 3 bids received from Midwest Paving, Milestone Contractors, and Reith Riley Construction. All bids were accurate and correct, containing no math errors, and contain all the required components of the bid documents. Reith Riley Construction was the lowest responsible bidder with a bid of $1,379,943.40. And we recommend that you award the project to Reith Riley Construction. And I have a notice of award for you to sign if you do so.
Okay, very good.
Answer any questions about the project or the bids?
So let me get a motion on the floor first before we open the board discussion. Is there a motion to approve? Let's do these separately because they're, yeah. Do you have two separate? Okay, yep.
They're
So
two separate projects, two separate DES numbers within that. So
Yep.
it's all part of the one round, but we'll be tracking them as 2 years.
So we'll do two separate motions for each project. I'll entertain a motion to accept the bid recommendation for pavement preservation. Yes.
Reith Riley.
Well, I'm doing it by project, not contractor right now. So for pavement preservation, Pavement Solutions Incorp was the,
Let's do the other one first.
we'll do this one first?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, so, yeah, so we'll do two separate motions.
I make a motion that we approve the recommendation for the 2025 Market Street reconstruction project and awarding it to Reith Riley Construction.
Second.
All right, any discussion on the bid submitted? Questions for Mr. Buck, Dave Buck?
Nope, not on.
No, it makes sense to me.
All right, hearing none, all in favor of approving awarding the bid to Reith and Riley in the amount of $1,379,943.40, signify by stating aye.
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 And I'm an aye, motion carries. All right, the next one is for this pavement preservation for Pavement Solutions. So if you want to,
I make make a motion that we go ahead and approve the 2025 pavement preservation project. Awarding Pavement Solutions Inc. of the total of $321,004.85.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the 2025 pavement preservation project? Bid submitted by Pavement Solutions Incorporated.
Other than it matched everything we described in the bid out, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have nothing.
All right. All in favor of approving the bid submitted by Pavement Solutions Incorporated for $321,004.85, signified by stating aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye, motion carries.
So if I could get the mayor's signature on these two award letters or notifications, the plan will be to contact both these two contractors, send them a draft construction agreement, request performance and payment bonds and insurance from them, and get back at your next meeting for action on those items.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item of business, we've got a couple of excavation permits to review. Both of them are by NIPSCO. The first one is 407 South Heritage Drive. Again, it's a NIPSCO permit for their, NIPSCO is doing a lot of projects in the city of Delphi in 2025 and actually the next couple of years. They're trying to do some infrastructure improvements, and we're finding out that it was a good time for that. So diving into a few of them, it seems like every month. So is there a motion to approve the first one at 407 South Heritage Drive?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion on the first permit for NIPSCO?
Didn't we just have one for over there last meeting? For Heritage Drive?
It was
Was it 405?
let's see, yeah, because this next one is a
It was for it says
407
407
South
South
Heritage.
Heritage. And that was April 21st meeting.
Yeah, that's what.
I wonder if because it's not the same map that they submitted.
Either way, they're gonna have to do the project anyways.
They are, because they're running into running this test vehicle through the city that detects a certain amount, and at that point they bump it up to not an emergency fix, but to a expedited sooner than what it was originally scheduled. So we'll keep this one as is. In the event it was the same one and they accidentally submit it twice, we'll have it on record. So all in favor of approving 407 South Heritage Drive from NIPSCO, signified by stating aye. And I'm an aye. Next item of business is again an excavation permit for Aretha Riley. This one was an emergency permit that came in last week.
You mean Riley Road?
Yes, 101 Riley Road. They had no choice but to go do what they had to do. It was a rather large leak and we okayed it. Told them we would still get it on the Board of Works docket for any questions and of course let the public know. So that's why this one is on there. So is there a motion to approve and continue with the permit for 101 Riley Road?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion or questions on this emergency excavation permit?
No.
I think at this point, they have it fixed. They have it, but again, they're going to go through this area and try to get everything dialed in. So all in favor of approving the excavation permit for 101 Riley Road, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And I'm an aye, motion carries. All right, just a few announcements real quick. That's all our business items. Thank you to the Delphi Police Department, Chief Mullen and his crew Saturday for another safe Little League parade. Weather was a little bit chilly for April, but yeah, was that still April then, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep, but everything went well. The parade was successful. We got the kids to the ballpark and got them playing ball. So thank you for your efforts and also for the street department. I know they blocked several intersections and worked through some issues down here to make sure we still had teams lined up and a lot of coordination. So thank you to the Little League Board, Street Department, and Police Department. Last week we hosted, the City of Delphi hosted for the first time ever the Northern Indiana Mayor's Roundtable. Turned out to be a lot larger event than I had planned for when I put my name in for it, and thinking it was going to be 40 people, it was close to 100. So I'd like to thank the canal for everything they did. They were the host, not the host, but that's where we had the event with Mitchell's serving food. Julia was huge on getting everything tied up. So I don't know what I would have done without her. So Julie helped with some items. I tried not to bug her as much, but again, it's another successful event, and the mayors from the entire northern part of the state were here to visit the city, and they were a lot of compliments went out. So they're going to come back, and they were asking a lot of questions about the restaurants and everything that we do. So it was a good event. Spring cleanup was this Saturday. I spoke to code enforcement this morning to see how things went as far as any items left out. Usually we have a couple items that's put out that's not on the list to be picked up, and this year there was just a small bucket of them. There wasn't very many, according to Jaslyn, our code enforcement officer. So again, a lot of things were picked up, and I know there was, I think, at least 8 trucks out at 6 o'clock in the morning. So they made pretty quick work of it, and it went pretty well. That is all I have. Is there any board discussion?
Here, helping with the table.
I don't even know what I did. Maybe support.
You showed up and ate, right?
Now.
Yeah, you are always a big help. I make sure that I tell you that, because the clerk's office, if the general public knew what all is involved with the clerk's office and just government in general, they would certainly appreciate it. So your office does an amazing job, and I have to bug you at least. I don't even want to put a number on it, but several times a day. So thank you for everything you do. But
Good staff, and that helps.
yeah, I certainly agree. Anything further from the board or Clerk Treasurer Price?
The only thing I might give you a little heads up, we're getting ready to shop around, hopefully for some health insurance for our city employees, because our rates went up another 10% this year. They were 12.9 last year, so we're talking 22.9%.
In 2 years. Yeah, and we've had quite the time with Anthem.
So, Mary Yates and I, talked about it, so I sent an email today, hopefully to our broker, and let them do the dirty work and let them see if they can find something that will assist us so that we don't have to have everybody change their doctors and their primary cares, but still get the same good care that they've had, but possibly save us a little bit.
Yeah.
Cause that's a lot, like
Yeah.
22.9% in just over a year. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt to shop around. Ultimately, the goal is to provide quality insurance for our employees and at the right cost of of our budget. And 22% in 2 years is it's ridiculous. Yeah, it is. It's the world we live in, and so it doesn't hurt to peek around. We've been with Anthem when I worked here in 98. So I know we've been here, and they're the largest of the insurance for this area, but at the end of the day, it's going to get to a point where it's going to overtake more than we can spend on it. But we want to make sure that we're still providing the best insurance we can for our employees. So that's what we're kind of feathering out all the options, and we'll start diving into that. There are some options. So
Maybe if you tell them you can get it.
Huh?
Maybe if you tell them you can get a better deal somewhere else, they might negotiate.
Hey, ultimatums work. I
Yeah.
found that out.
we've had one before, and we come up successful. I mean, it what was that 2 months ago. We had to do some I don't know, it wasn't bargaining, but we just told them we have options, and I don't know why it took
They
us
depend
to.
a little bit more when you get-
They do. We didn't put the options out there, spell them out to them, but we told them, look, we can go different routes, and all of a sudden the light at the end of the tunnel opened, and all kinds of bargains were coming through. So, yep.
Cool.
All right. Any public comments? I see people out there now. It's amazing. Amber, any comments, questions, concerns? Nothing from you? All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. I have a motion and a second. All in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. The Board of Works is adjourned at 5:44. Thank you.